A new strategy for managing old oil and gas wells and an updated plan to use sheriffs as provincial police has some rural leaders steaming mad at the Alberta government.
We still want to sit at the table. We still want to be a part of the solutions, but we will also push back when we don't think the solutions are fair for everyone.
The UCP tabled a new bill Monday, taking one more step toward replacing the RCMP in Alberta. But Kara Westerland, president of the Rural Municipalities of Alberta, says her members have repeatedly told the government they do not want provincial police.
If you want us to buy in, you need to show us in numbers that there is going to be a cost reduction or we're going to see improvement in service on the rural landscape.
Other concerns surround a new mature asset strategy authored by former oil executive David Yeager on behalf of the government. A leaked draft of the report said abandoned oil well cleanup should be, quote, backstopped by taxpayers. An updated public version of the document suggests the government create a fund, like a carbon tax, to make sure there is money for cleanup. But Westerland is worried the strategy will ultimately let companies off the hook for their messes and property taxes, saying more than $250 million of the latter is already owed.
They're just choosing not to pay and to continue to work because they know that there is no mechanism to force them to pay.
Alberta's Municipal Affairs Minister defended both moves Tuesday, saying he'll keep consulting local leaders.
They're not required to be happy with the decisions that we make, but we try to work with them. I know one of the recommendations from the mature asset strategy is to have a working group with RMA and my ministry and energy to sort out some of these things.
The UCP government won every seat except for two outside of the big cities last election. That is the Conservative power base, but the NDP says rural Albertans are being disrespected.
And I'll be blunt to our neighbors in rural Alberta. The reason they take you for granted is because they think you will never vote for anyone else.
Naheed Nenshi says Alberta needs to force oil and gas companies to pay taxes and clean up abandoned wells. Adding rural health care is also a mess.
We're seeing a government that is perfectly content to have closed emergency rooms and closed hospitals all across rural Alberta.
Westerland says her group will keep advocating for those residents and is encouraging them to contact their MLAs to back up local leaders. From Edmonton, Sean Amato, City News.